India's foreign policy crossroads, navigating a friendless world. India today faces one of its toughest foreign policy challenges, adapting to a world where alliances are uncertain and friendships are fleeting. Former National Security Advisor M.K. Narayanan, in his sharp analysis, calls it a friendless world where India risks losing its geopolitical relevance despite its growing economic power. The core problem lies in India's outdated diplomatic mindset, still rooted in the approaches of the 1930s to 1950s, while the global stage has completely changed. With Donald Trump's rise in the United States, the traditional idea of multilateral cooperation has eroded. Every nation is now pursuing its own interests with little regard for old partnerships. Yet India's foreign policy machinery hasn't shown the agility or flexibility needed to navigate this shifting landscape. Recent development underline India's growing isolation. In the new Gaza peace settlement, orchestrated by the US, with help by Egypt and Qatar, India was conspicuously absent. Even more concerning, India sent only a low-level representative to the grand reconciliation event that followed. For a country that once had major influence in West Asia, this marks a significant diplomatic setback. Closer home, India also remained a bystander during the Gen Z revolution in Nepal, a movement that reshaped politics right on India's doorstep. Similar trends are visible in Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, where India's influence seems to be waning while China and AI are expanding theirs. The recent Saudi Arabia-Pakistan Mutual Defense Pact further cements India's outsider status in a region once shaped by its strategic weight. Narayanan warns that complacency in India's neighbourhood could be dangerous. While Pakistan faces internal instability, its threat to India remains real, especially under General Asim Munir. Depending on Afghan Taliban attacks for relief is short-sighted. India must focus on lasting peace through diplomacy, not passive observation. When it comes to China, India's diplomatic tone seems more about managing appearances than addressing realities. The so-called India-China bromance after the Tianjin talks hides deep mistrust and unresolved border issues. Glossing over the Galwan conflict of 2020 as a minor blip is a risky illusion. China continues to expand its influence in Asia through trade, technology, and culture, while India struggles to match its reach. Narayanan's message is clear. India must awaken from diplomatic complacency. Eternal vigilance, adaptability, and self-confidence are essential to protect India's unique civilizational and democratic identity in a world increasingly dominated by shifting power blocks. The time to reinvent Indian diplomacy is now before irrelevance sets in.